Hello everyone! I hope you're having a marvelous spring. This is Lauren with Lauren Elizabeth Animal Art, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about how to capture pet expressions.
Mama.
Alright guys, let's get started. Alright, so this 2-dog pet portrait comes with a traceable, reference photo, class notes, and a list of materials in my online Animal Art Masterclass linked down below. Now, one of the most important things we can do as animal artists is to capture the personality of that animal and their demeanor through their expression on their face. Just like human beings, our pets have facial expressions that give us insights into how they're feeling, what they're thinking, and their individual personality. So my first tip before you even start your pet portrait is to define that. Define the feeling, the emotion that you want to capture through this animal. Give it one word. Maybe it's joy, or curiosity, or clumsiness, or happiness, or maybe it's fear. Take Bentley here on the right, the one I'm working on right now. I want to express his sheer joy and excitement. And then we have Rex on the left, who's a little bit more reserved, but still excited. And both of them are actually, they jumped up and they're leaning up against their owner's knees, looking up at the camera. Now for Bentley, I have his eyes wide open, alert. His mouth is also open, almost as if he's smiling, and those ears are face forward. But then you have Rex on the other hand, those ears are down, eyes are a bit softer, and mouth is closed. So once you've defined the emotion and how you want to portray it, my next tip is to make sure you have a clear sketch, especially around the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. This is where our eyes naturally go. We look for familiarity, we look for faces, and so our eyes will look directly at those eyes and what's around it. So I pay a lot of attention when I'm drawing and when I'm painting this part of the face. And that's actually leads me to tip number 3, is start with that area. I'll start painting the eyes and the nose and the mouth first. For all my pet portraits, I'll spend the most amount of time and add the most amount of detail to the face as compared to the background or the feet or the limbs. It's really important, especially if you're working with tiny little pets like this Chihuahua here, to work with very small brushes and to take your time so that you're not altering proportions and you're keeping those expressions intact. I always outline the mouth and the nose and the eyes with the proper color, oftentimes black, and I'll add just a tiny amount of paint to my brush so that I can be really careful around these lines and curves. Even just slightly adding too much paint around the mouth or around the nose can alter the proportions that can throw off that expression. So that's why you start small, start thin with paint, and then if you need to add more, you can always layer on more. Now let's talk more about the different expressions that animals can have and how we can properly capture them in our painting. Let's take cats for instance. Cats can be really good at looking annoyed. When they're a little agitated, their ears will turn back, their eyes will kind of be half open, their whiskers will get a little stiffer, and they'll start to have a very focused stare. So how I would paint this is I would bring the eyelids down a bit, covering up more of that pupil and the iris. I would make the whiskers a bit more straight, and I would also make sure that the insides of the ears aren't exposed very much and away from the viewer. Now how about aloof, clumsy looking, playful dogs? I've done this in many ways. You can actually do this in multiple ways, but I've done this where I have the tongue just hanging out of the mouth, ears flopped over one way and the other ear is standing straight up. They're in their own little world. Their eyes are focused usually on a toy or a squirrel or maybe another pet. So in this case, I'd show lots of movement in the painting, movement in the ears, in the way the tongue is flapping in the wind over top that mouth and those teeth. I'd also show those eyes being wide open, fully dilated with some strong highlights in there too. All right, guys, so I hope this was helpful. It is so rewarding and so much fun to be able to do this for people, especially when you can capture their beloved pet's personality in your art. So, however I can help you, please let me know. I'd love to answer your questions in the comment section below. And if you'd like to learn more about how to paint your pet in my 12-step process, or even if you want to make some passive or even full-time income from this, I have an online animal art masterclass that helps beginner through advanced level artists reduce stress while mastering animal art. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week and have a wonderful day. Bye!